Hi, everybody. I am Mark Garrow, and I am so honored to be part of the Alan Kulwicki Driver Development Program as we get set to introduce you to their class of 2025. And the first guy they have named, I don't know if I should say guy, 17 years old. I'm not even sure Seth has been able to shave yet, but from Pendergrass, Georgia, Seth Christensen. Congratulations, Seth.
Thank you very much, Mark. This is an honor just to be selected as a top five. I've learned a lot coming up to this point and being able to learn so much about Alan's story. And it's a great story. It's just an honor to be a part of this and to be considered as one of the top five is just amazing.
Now, you're the first driver from Georgia since 2017. So there's been an 8 year gap. I believe Cody Haskins was the driver back in 2017 from Georgia. What does it mean to you to represent Georgia and to kind of fill that gap in?
It means a ton. My family and Cody's are have been pretty close over the past couple of years. I've gotten a lot of advice from Cody, whether it's off the track or in the race car, whether it's dirt or asphalt. He knows a lot. It's a really good guy, really awesome person. He represented the 2017 class very well. And I like to look up to Cody all the time. He's pretty local to me, South Georgia, and I'm in the Northeast region. So little bit of a distance, but it's still awesome being able to catch up with Cody every now and then, and again to learn about Alan's legacy and be a part of this of the 10th running is just amazing, just a great opportunity.
What was your first reaction to being named one of the five finalists for 2025?
Oh, it was just the absolute shock. I was again, it was an honor just to be the top 13 or just the top one of the very many that were selected, and it's a lot of heavy hitters are in this field. So I was very excited, and I was at work earlier this morning from 7:30 to about 9 o'clock is when I left to head home here. So just an honor, and I'm on the forklift, putting pallets away, and my boss comes out and says, "You just got selected," and I'm like, "No way!" It was awesome, great experience. Mr. Jimmy Cox from JC Motorsports has done a lot, and for him to be as excited as he was is just surreal to be honest.
So you're driving all the time. You drive a race car and you drive a forklift for a living. Anything that kind of puts those two together at all?
You know what really throws me off is the forklift is rear steer. So I'll be on the forklift all day and I'll head home and I go to turn the wheel in my truck and all of a sudden the front turns instead of the rear. So I don't know. It's just another part of being a race car driver having to adapt. So just very amazing opportunity.
Now, last year, when you ran 14 races, 3 wins, 10 top fives, 13 top tens. So that tells me not only do you run up front, but you finish races. So how would you describe your driving style? Because you've been able to find your way to victory lane, but you've also been able to keep your race car in one piece.
I think it's very important to keep your race car in one piece, just like you said. A lot of people don't understand that, and I can't say that I'm perfect. I make mistakes all the time, just like anyone else. But I think it's very important since the beginning of 2024. We got the win in 2023 at the Alabama 200 to start off my campaign with freight racing, and to get two last year back to back at Pensacola against some of the best in the business has just been amazing. Really, being able to learn from Mr. Ricky, Alex Roberts, JC Motorsports Freight Racing, and everyone involved in both of those camps has just been just a great opportunity as a whole. Mr. Kurt Britt gave me my first opportunity in a big car for Kurt Britt Motorsports, and to be able to learn from however many that was 2022 or 2023 actually was Speedfest, my very first race in a Pro 8 model. And the next race we're at the 200 and we win the race. So just be able to learn from all of these experiences, making mistakes. If I make a mistake, I'll apologize, right? I'm not gonna go out of my way to go wreck people. I don't come from a family that has unlimited funding, or I don't come from the background that some of these other people have, where they can just go do whatever. They show up at the track and don't do anything, hop in a car and go race. So I think it's important to be a part of everything, to learn as much as I can, and also to understand what's getting put into these cars. A lot of blood, sweat, and tears, and I like to be a part of it.
When I hear you talk, I hear Ricky Rudd in my head because Ricky told me a long time ago, he said, look, as race drivers, we make lots of mistakes every race. Most of
Absolutely.
them you can't see,
Hmm.
most of them you can't feel. We know, we see, we feel, and hopefully those mistakes aren't the ones that, people see as, as a driver runs somebody over, that kind of thing. Speaking of which, when you look forward to moving up the ladder in your career, what are some of the drivers you'd like to emulate? Are there one or two drivers that you feel like, they have the kind of package and they race the kind of way that I would like to race?
That's tough. There's a lot of good drivers out there, that are able to go car to car and perform at the best level. And I think, it's a pretty generic answer, but Kyle Larson, he's the guy that can get in anything, and whether it's good or bad equipment, he'll go out there and contend. His versatility is just it's off the charts. That man can do anything, and I look up to that. Whether even if I'm not able to do something like that, I'd like to learn and how he adapts from a cup car to a dirt late model to a modified or a micro or a midget or a sprint car or anything. Late model stocks he ran, was it last year or the year before? And
Right.
to go out there and contend is just it just blows me away, really. And I would really like to look up to that and to watch what he does on Sundays, and could be Friday or Thursday nights at a dirt track, and he goes and contends there as well. So I think Kyle Larson is my go-to driver when it comes to looking up to the best of the best levels.
Now, I have to ask you before we close this out. In March 2023, you make your first start. You talked about everybody passing out cookies and you almost ate a peanut butter cookie. And I'm going, what's the harm in that? However, if you're allergic to peanuts, that can be a big problem. But that then led you to a program to help other teenagers, correct?
Absolutely. The Food Allergy Resources and Education Program has just been a huge opportunity for me to include myself in. 2 years ago, actually 2 years ago, very recently, I came close to almost having an allergic reaction that really could have killed me. I've been deadly allergic to peanut butter for as long as I can remember. About 3 years old is when we found out. So to be able to have an opportunity and be in a position to grow the awareness of allergies, of food allergies, of, for example, ingredient labels. A lot of people don't, or a lot of companies don't go into depth of ingredient labels of, okay, peanuts and peanut butter, they could be different when in reality they're basically the same thing. If you're allergic to peanuts, you're going to be allergic to peanut butter. That's just common knowledge, and some people don't understand that, and that's okay, and that's what the Food Allergy Resources and Education, or the FAIR group, is there to provide. It's just to provide awareness, and I'd like to be a part of that as much as I could.
All right. So in 2025, you're one of the five Alan Kulwicki Driver Development Program finalists. What do you hope to accomplish? What kind of goals do you have for this season?
We talked about that in the last interview, and I've given it a lot of thought since then. And I think my goals are realistic. My parents have always taught me you set your goals as high as you can. That way, so when you fall a little bit short, it's still okay. We plan to run about 20 to 23 races this coming year. It'll be across pro and super late models. So I think I think a 50% win rate is absolutely, it's astronomical, right? But again, if you fall a little bit short, that's okay. We're just going to go for wins, going to go collect trophies. We don't do good in points. That's okay. We're going to go into other tracks and contend as much as we can and spread Allard's legacy as much as we can.
So I guess it's reach for the stars, but keep your feet on the ground, right?
Absolutely. That's the mindset.
Hey, everybody, this is Seth Christensen. Remember that name. He could be the Ty Majeski of this class of 2025, go on to win a Craftsman Truck Series title. You never know. 17 years of age. It's all in front of you, my friend Seth. Good luck and congratulations on being one of the finalists.
Yes, sir. Thank you, Mr. Mark.